Testing. How about that work? You were sitting.
Good.
I still have to
Yeah.
find it. You can give it to me. Yes, sir.
I don't know what this is.
Yes, it was over in finance. Like it got sent over, not signed, because it got put in the inter-office when Ryan signed his, I guess it was right behind it. So she went and signed it today.
Right.
Kathy still has it. So she didn't- she didn't get my copy. So I'll just ask her to scan you a copy.
How are you? I'm sorry?
Fine. Thank you.
I'm sorry? Okay. It is 2:00. Welcome. This is the Brunswick County Board of Elections meeting for August the 18th. Everybody please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fran, is your mic on?
Yeah, but I just didn't have. it
Oh,
down.
okay.
Sorry.
I just wanted to make sure we were good because I
No,
didn't hear
you
it
keep-
projecting.
Keep me honest.
Mhm.
I need all the help I can get. All right. Any adjustments to the agenda? None. All in favor of approving the agenda as presented? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Public comments, ladies? Any? Okay.
None online.
Okay, approval of the minutes from the meeting of the 14th of July. They are in our tabs under in our binders rather under tab number 3. Any comments, corrections, changes?
Thank you for writing those minutes, Melissa. They were a little hard to follow at times, I can imagine. But you did a
I'm-
fine job. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as written.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously. Thank you. Madam Director,
Okay.
administrative report.
Yes, I have just a few things. First, I would like to, provide Butch his certificate. The county issues certificates for years of service for every 5 years, increments. So Butch has 10 years of service with the county, so.
And did he give you $1 million also? Or
Hmm?
a cash gift also, I'm assuming? A pin?
Paycheck. He gets a paycheck.
Oh,
He gets a paycheck.
okay. Keep good work.
Excellent.
So 10 years for Butch. I do want to make sure you are all aware that House Bill 834 did pass the legislature and was signed into law by the governor. I put some of the highlights of the bill in here. I did not certainly indicate everything that that bill does. I just wanted to hit the high notes. Probably the most exciting for us is that we now have 5 business days to count all provisional and absentee ballots. You recall the last election was a little bit challenging where we had 3 business days to research and present to the board on Friday, all provisional ballots. So we now have until the following Tuesday to complete that research and make a presentation to the board and release the count of those. That 5 business days is also now the pure deadline for provisional and absentee ballots. So for instance, if a voter said they were going to bring a photo ID to the office, that deadline is now 5 business days after the election, not 3. Voter forgot to sign their absentee ballot. They now have 5 business days instead of 3. So I think those are going to be much easier for us to manage those timelines. With that change, I will be updating the board meeting schedule because we currently have that provisional absentee board meeting scheduled for that Friday following the election, 3 business days after the election. We now need to set that for the following week. So I'll be updating that. We've got some preliminary discussion in the office about how that will look. So that will change that meeting and the sample audit count. So just keep your eye out for that. It does allow us to go ahead and close the early voting machines prior to the close of the polls on election day, which will allow us to release those results faster. So before the requirement that we wait until 7:30, we could have those early votes ready to go right at 7:30 when the polls close. And that change meant that we didn't have those ready at 7:30 because we were going through the motions to close those machines. So now we will be able to close earlier. At a future meeting, likely next month, I'll be presenting a resolution because the law does require we pass a resolution setting the time that we're going to do that for election day. And that's pretty much all I had on House Bill 834. I will share more information as we get more information about it. We did attend conference last week. All of the staff went, 3 of the board members were there. There was a legislative update that talked a little bit about this legislation at that point. Not a whole lot of detail was given. So we did learn some things, and I will be looking later this week at presentations that were given at that conference, and I'll share any relevant presentations with all of the board members.
I got a question on 834.
Okay.
I saw something the other day that indicated that we no longer had the flexibility or the option to accept absentee ballots that were brought in by hand, that for anybody that was not already on the list of approved submitters. In the past, we have approved absentee ballots from what I will call significant others, where 2 people resided at the same address, and that's not on the list. Am I correct in understanding that we will no longer be able to do that?
That is the one portion of House Bill 834 that does not go in effect for this upcoming election.
Okay.
That effective date is January 1st, 2027. My understanding is that if the ballot was not returned by somebody authorized under the law to return the ballot and possess the ballot, we would not be eligible to count it. But my understanding is that there is more direction on that forthcoming from the state in light of it's not in effect for November. That's something we'll be dealing with next year.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So we continue the same practice. that we-
Yes, yes. For November, we are status quo on the ballots that are returned by somebody that's not authorized by statute to return them.
Thank you.
Question.
Mhm.
Have you heard anything on House Bill 958?
Nothing official. I've only heard what's been in the news, which is that it was
Right.
vetoed. They would like to override it, but there's no plan for them to come back into session until after the November election. So,
I looked online the other day, it's ratified,
Mhm.
so I think that means it's up to the governor to sign.
Yeah, and I believe he's vetoed it.
Yeah, last
Yeah,
time.
I
He
believe
did
he
veto it?
actually
Vetoed
did
last
end up vetoing that
Okay.
bill.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and again, that didn't come from any official. I just read a news article about that, so.
I watched
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
You didn't like that one anyway.
That's why I was cheering when he vetoed it. Thank you. Because it affects us.
Big time.
Tell everybody, please vote this coming November. With that 9:58, I will not be able to say that. So exercise my right to tell everybody, please vote.
That's all I had for director's report, unless you had anything you wanted me to address.
I just have a comment. Looking at the monthly statistics report. I noticed that we're up to 149,270 as of the end of July.
Correct.
And as you had noticed, and just for the record, I had a couple of offline discussions with board members from other counties, and we were talking about growth. And I made the point that we were registering significant numbers, and just that we were registering more than 1,000 new registrations a month, and it was 1,700 in July. The numbers that I'm looking at here, I thought we might be close to 150 by the end of the year, and we still have 5 months to go. So
We'll probably be
You know.
there next month.
we probably got it through today.
Mhm.
But I think this just amplifies the impact that the growth is having on us as a department. And going forward, I know it's something that's always on our list, but we've got to make sure we keep it at the very, very top, and all of us. So
Yes.
it's going to overwhelm us if we're not careful. All right. Any other discussion on the administrative report, director's report? All right. Any unfinished business? Anybody have any unfinished business, Madam Director? Okay, new business, appointment of multi-partisan assist teams.
All right, I'll defer to Adrienne on that.
Staff recommends the appointment of Karen Litchfield to the multi-partisan assistance team. That is our recommendation.
We have to start a resolution for that or no?
Say that again, Paul.
No resolution, nothing, we just have to vote on it?
Just vote on it. Yes,
They have
ma'am.
to be appointed by the board.
How many people do we have on that team right now?
We currently have 6. Of those 6, 3 of them are also poll workers, and 2 of them are chief judges. So to make sure that they are available during all of early voting with the early voting hours, we wanted to make sure that we had an additional Republican available, an additional MAT team member available, so that I have
Okay.
a full team.
Could you provide us a list of those that are on the team? Is it 7 now?
If you add this one, it will be 7.
Okay. And the registration for, what was the name? I'm sorry.
Karen Litchfield.
Okay.
She's been serving as a poll worker since 2024.
Okay,
In what precinct?
That I don't know. Jordan assisted me with identifying some candidates, and Karen was the best fit. If you want, I can find out. And
Okay.
Not important.
well,
Yeah.
hang on a minute. My compatriot over here tells me that,
We have a list.
On page 11.
page 11?
Yes.
Okay. Too busy talking and not spending enough time reading. Okay. And Karen Litchfield, I'm not familiar with her, but I'm sure she's very competent. What party registration might she be?
Republican.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We have a recommendation from staff to appoint Karen Litchfield as the 7th member of the multi-partisan assist team. Can we get a motion for that, please?
So moved.
Okay. Any discussion? All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other business or informal discussion? Madam Director, anything else?
No, sir.
I have something.
Go ahead.
What are these?
It was given out to all board members at the conference, so I brought it back for you.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a rules and procedures of local boards of elections or local boards, I think is what it's called. So it's from the School of Government is who published it.
Okay.
So all board members now have their very own copy.
Golly gee, thank you.
Yeah.
The,
How was the conference, by the way?
excellent. I was just gonna, from my point of view, give a quick recap.
Please do.
The thing that I was struck with was the amount of attention that was given to artificial intelligence. Some of the pitfalls and some of the things that we need to watch out for from a elections perspective. So I thought that was very valuable. I thought it was well run, you know. It was us and 900 of our closest elections friends. So
How many people there?
I think it was around 700.
Wow.
I mean, a lot. It was a lot of people. It was a very large.
I
conference.
miscounted.
When was it? I'm sorry.
It was the State Board of
Oh,
Elections.
when?
Oh, when? It was last week, Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
I know because my husband had his
Yeah.
surgery.
Mm.
And the not Directors Association, I'm sorry, the Board Members Association, which has been somewhat dormant since 2019. There's a group that is in the process of trying to re-energize that on a going forward basis. And they are working to make that happen. So if you get anything from North Carolina Board Members Association, we are all members. Sarah paid the dues of $125 for the 5 of us. And we are members in good standing. So if you get anything from that, from them, you know where it's coming from. I've got nothing else at this point. Gentlemen? These two gentlemen had your first experience at a conference, summer conference. Second one? Oh, I'm sorry.
He's been here a long time.
It went last year, right?
So, I don't know, you have any thoughts or comments?
I thought most of the presentations were excellent. There were some that I thought were not that good. That didn't help me personally.
I agree. Anyway, anything else? All right. I feel like we've gone through this very quickly and we're missing something. No? Okay.
So I have a comment. Next meeting in September.
Mhm.
What are we gonna be doing at that next meeting in September?
Let me tell you.
And-
Pull out my handy dandy notebook. As of right now, so we will be likely passing a resolution to set the time for counting ballots on election day.
Okay.
We will be appointing early voting officials. And we will be adopting a buffer zone for every precinct or polling place in the county.
Okay.
So a little bit of a heavier.
And then
agenda.
how many weeks after that do we start absentee ballot counting?
I'm sorry.
How long after that do we start counting ballots? first of all, when
Our
do you-
first absentee meeting is September 29th.
So 2 weeks after that.
Yep.
And when can we sign up and get the ballots?
So requests
Yeah.
are already coming in. So anyone can go ahead and request a ballot. We start mailing those on September 4th.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
Just one more afterthought. This past weekend, I was asked when sample ballots would be available. And I spoke with Sarah about this yesterday, and apparently they are in the process of being proofed by the state, and we should have them out next week at the latest. End of next week at the latest, or so.
Yeah, if you're signed up for our email notifications on our website, our sunshine list, when we do have those available, I send an email out letting you know how to find your sample ballot.
Okay. Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
So stated.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. Short and sweet today.
Yes. You're just that efficient.
The last one.